Alright, let's turn on the mic and switch over to this thing over here. Happy Halloween, everybody. I'm on a 15-second delay for some reason between what I'm saying and what you're seeing. So, happy Halloween. Hopefully everybody's having a good night. I cannot stand trick-or-treaters. There has been a plethora of trick-or-treaters coming to our house, and unfortunately, one scummer teenage kid, I should have ran out, but I can't run because I am so injured right now, took our whole thing of candy and ran off with it. So I feel bad for the little kids coming up now. I went through 600, almost 800 pieces of candy already. Gone. And a whole bunch of it was taken by one teenager. So I hope everybody is having a good Halloween night. We had a lot of trick-or-treaters. And a couple of the trick-or-treaters, if I was this girl's parents, I would not be letting her out of the house in the Halloween costume that she had on. But a lot of cool little costumes, always fun, very windy here. Trick-or-treaters kept fixing our mums outside that keep falling over, ripped off banners that I had up on the doors. I got to get Kenny to take that down. So we're going to hang out for a little while like we usually do, let some people come in here, then we'll get to the slideshow. It was a good Halloween. We had, I think it was 16 builds completed all together. Gadgetron 3000 really missed the cake on this one. He got one done, but tried to get it to me today, and it was a cool one. Unfortunately, I already have all the videos and everything situated. That's why I asked for them by the 28th. But beginning tomorrow starts the new Boyd Crompton Memorial Halloween group build. The rules are up on the community. They're also up on our Facebook page. It's the same rules every year. And also on HLI3DEffects.com. And we were talking about not being able to do the coins this year just because there weren't enough builds. But because there was 16, I think we're just going to order 25 like we did last year. And let me see, where did I put that? Nope, that's the Frosty we're selling this year. Let me see, did I put, that's where I put it. That's where I put it. So we're going to be doing the coins again. No costumes for me. I couldn't put one on anyhow. I'm dying. I could barely get in my jeans, lifting my legs. But we're going to be doing the coins. We changed up the coins a little bit. This is how the coin is going to look from now on. Thanks to Bob Bruce, who I'm surprised is not here. He probably didn't get his notification. He had the caricature of Boyd as the Count. He did that. There's Bob. He did that, so that's going to be on the front of the coin. It is going to have the the Boyd Crompton Memorial Group Build on the front, but on the front we're going to change it. On the front it's always going to have the year that the coin comes out, so this one will have 2025 on it. The back is going to stay exactly the same as it was with Boyd's slogan around the edges, I mean. The Trekworks symbol, and the date that Boyd unfortunately passed away, July 4th of last year. So this is the second annual one for Boyd already. I don't believe it. and then we're going to start the next one, and we're going to keep rolling and rolling. And like I said, the last live stream, even if it's, just a few of us building for Boyd, we're going to keep going for Boyd, and we'll do a little show, even if it's only 3 or 4 builds. We're gonna always remember Boyd, because this definitely was his favorite group build. He always did a nice job on his, and he always came out as the Count, which was always fun to watch. I couldn't do the Count voice or anything like that, but maybe one of these years I'll get into some sort of costume and jump on here. I'll surprise you. What's going on, Ruben? An incredibly impressive hairstyle. Yes, Bob has entered the chat. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully you're not getting bombarded by trick-or-treaters. Luckily, ours usually end around this time. Right after school, the parents have the young ones out, and then the little bit of older ones come later. But usually if they don't see anything on the steps, they don't come up to the door and knock. But my girl Willow, my golden retriever, she's one of my goldens. She's on patrol at the door. As soon as somebody's at that door, she's barking. And of course, it riles up the other two. So if you hear just dogs barking, that means another trick-or-treater's at the door. And they're doing their job. Yes, I did love the Count Halloween show. It was always awesome. It was always fun. I did not do anything with Donald Kruger. I'm going to start him probably tomorrow for my next Halloween build. There was no way I was getting him done on time. All I did was take off some support marks, and that was pretty much it. For those of you that are here and like 3D prints and stuff like that, shameless plug, go over to hli3deffects.com. Check out what we got. We actually have a new one coming out. And where was that? Was that over here? Yeah, that's over here. This one's almost done printing up, and then Paul will have him up on the site ready to go, because right now I can't do anything. So this is going to be our Frosty the Snowman. Right now the artist is working on Hocus Pocus, the little rabbit. So that's going to be a whole thing is done. And then the other thing that's coming up, which I think it's next weekend, is to have in by, and if I can find the button, I don't have it on here. Oh, there it is. Get ready for some Christmas music. The 2025 Secret Santa, that is on the community. Spence, if you can do me a favor, if you can find that link and put up the link for the Secret Santa. I know people are in there. Thank you very much, Spence. And there's the link to hli3deffects.com. Most of the stuff is print on demand. We will start printing up like onesies of a lot of busts and stuff like that to have them on hand. But the bigger stuff is going to be print on demand when I can do that. Can't do it right now. Paul's going to be taking care of a lot of the printing and getting stuff up on the site. It's because I can't do it. So that'll be that. But yes, the Secret Santa. Hey, what's going on, Ken? We got another Ken in here. Is coming up. I think next weekend is the weekend I'm going to be picking names, and then we got to get things out by the first week of December just to make sure that everything is out. Just be prepared. USPS has just upped the rates again. It's for the smallest box. It's like $11.30 for the smallest box. Medium boxes, depends if you're shipping priority. If you can, ship ground. That's the cheapest one, and it still makes it there in 3 to 5 days. I'm watching the stream outside with my yearly Halloween. Very cool. Very cool. And thank you for the link. There's the link to the, please, Spence. There's the link right there for the Secret Santa. We'll be doing that again. I think a bunch of guys are in that, but if not, that's always fun doing a little swap-a-rooney of the Christmas gifts. And it just went up. No, it's 11:30. Well, if you go on to USPS.com and you choose commercial shipping instead of retail shipping or whatever it is, the price drops by about $1. But yeah, shipping's going to be crazy again. So just be aware of that. And the holiday season's coming up, starting tomorrow, which is we'll be out. Kelly's going to be out getting all the Thanksgiving stuff already, so we can earn our points to get our turkey. So we could get our turkey. A lot of cool builds this year. A lot of the same people. A lot of different things, except for me. I did one a couple years ago. I did him this year again. But that was because I did it for a friend, and it's a Christmas present for his sister-in-law because she likes the one I built. she's a big Disney person, so you guys probably know what it is, but I don't want to say. I mean, the pictures are floating around of everything anyhow, so can't complain. I want to give it a few more minutes, and then we're going to jump into the slideshow. The slideshow's about 15 minutes long, of everybody's builds, and they were cool. Can't say they weren't cool. They're always cool builds. I'm going to try to get another hopefully two in this year. I'll get the Donald Kruger one done. And then I got the base for the Snow White with the 2 zombie dwarfs. I want to get that one done for this year too. Well, the 2026 build. And if you're on Facebook, we do have the 60th anniversary Star Trek group build. You had from September 8th this year till September 6th of next year. And then on the 8th, we'll have the anniversary build, the 60th anniversary group build show. I'm building the little Enterprise 1/1000 scale with the Space Seed edition with the Botany Bay. And I remembered afterwards, after I opened up the Botany Bay, that I had no use for the dome bases. So I think all of my Star Trek kits are missing the dome bases because I took them all and I shipped them to Boyd, and because he used them, so I gave those all to Boyd. But I am starting to go through my stuff, so keep an eye out on Facebook. I'm starting to sell stuff like my big Titanic, my 1/200 scale Titanic. Never touched that. My 1/72 scale Millennium Falcon. I'm trying to run through as much of this as I can and get rid of a lot of kits, because this has taken over my life, the 3D printing. If I start leaning forward, it's just because my back is killing me. We are cool people, I guess. Maybe not. Probably not. We are very cool people. And there's another kid at the door. I hear the doggy starting to bark. That's always Willow. I vote we're not. We're not cool people? Then what are we? I want to know what we are. We're very cool people. We're cool people that build models in 3D print. You could have made a fortune on those. Yeah, I'm sure I could have, especially the small ones. I had a lot of small ones, but Boyd asked. So I was like, I don't use them, Boyd, and you can have them. So I sent all of those to him. It's like the 4K capture card, the Elgato one that I use for streaming. When Boyd stopped streaming, he had bought a brand new one of those, and he's like, dude, I'm not streaming anymore. Do you want this thing? And I offered him money for it, and he's like, nah, just take it. And he shipped out the 4K streaming little Elgato card for me. This way we could stream a lot easier. Nerdy but cool. Absolutely. We like to bust each other's chops, which is fun. So we got 14 people here. We're about probably like 5 or 10 minutes. 3D printing, let it flow through you, embrace it, enjoying the resin. Absolutely. I love the resin. The resin is the resin's a lot of fun because you can get so many things that you can't get on in a commercial box out of styrene. And I've always loved figures, and figures, have taken over. And I got a lot more room. You get a lot more room to put up figures. I'm still going to build a few of the things. Like I said, I'm not getting rid of anything anybody gave me. And there's a few that I want to build, and I'll do those. If I didn't already have the Find Empire Strikes Millennium Falcon in the stash. Yes. I had the Fine Molds one, thanks to Shu. I have the Revell 1/72 scale, which seems a lot smaller than the other ones. I got the Bandai 1/72, so I got three of the big ones. There's no way I'm going to build everything I have, even if I retire. There's no... Oh, Chris finally showed up. Now we could get the party started because Chris showed up. I'm trying to drag it out a little bit because Shu is at work and Shu built. So I'm just trying to hang in there a little bit to give him a little time to get home. If not, he's going to be watching... What's this +1 at the bottom? Engage with your audience +1. Oh, that's just to start a poll and stuff like that. Yeah, Chris is here. The evening's ruined, thanks to Chris. So listen, I am going to start the slideshow because we got about 15 people here. So we'll start the slideshow. Like I said, it's about 15 minutes long or so. So we'll watch that. We'll check out everybody's builds. They did a great job on them. Oh, the grandkids. That's the only people that were your trick-or-treaters that were there. I had a ton of it, Chris. You would have loved all the trick-or-treaters that were here. Not. I love the decorations at Halloween. I love the spooky vibe. I love that it feels like fall out right now, but I could do without the trick-or-treaters. I don't want the trick-or-treatings. Nothing good lasts. All right, let me get over to the Halloween slideshow. Thank you, everybody that participated this year. Remember, Starting tomorrow, from tomorrow till October 28th, you have a whole year to build and get them into me on time. On time. A whole year. So get them into me. In the rules, it tells you can either email them to me, post them on the Facebook group, post them in on the community. If you post them on the community, there is a section that is for the showcase. This way I don't have to go try digging, because if I go digging through the community, I miss a whole bunch of them. That's why I want them all in one spot. So I could grab your stuff, put them on the slideshow. Enough out of me. Let's check out this year's builds. Thanks again, everybody, for building. Let's go check them out. Uh-oh, there it is. Back. And I'm back. And I am back. Oh my goodness. Great work, everybody. I just want to go on my phone and make sure that I am have my volume down and that we're actually back. We are. We're actually back. Because like I said, there's a 15 or 20 second delay in between the things. Another awesome year of builds. Can't wait to see what everybody does for next year. Oh, fuck. Excuse my language. That's, the back is killing me. Anytime, this is always one of my favorites, is the Halloween build, and it's more special for Boyd throughout the years now, just to keep Boyd's memory alive. So hopefully we see a lot more builds, and I might have to get up to go to the door because nobody else upstairs is going to tell the kids we have no candy. Tell them we have no candy. But spread the word if you could. Maybe we could get more builds next year. The rules are on. If you go to Facebook and search the Boyd Crompton Memorial Halloween Group Build, and just spread the link to people, and we'll see if we could get more builds in. But if not, no problem, Mark. Anytime, Omar. This is one of my favorites to do. I know I don't get on live a lot anymore, but this one I'll never miss. The Halloween show I won't miss, because this one I love. It's always cool to see the creepy builds. I like the creepy builds. You guys do such a great job on them, and it's always fun putting the show together. The only reason I ask that things are done by the 28th is because I got to put it all together. I got to edit it. Plus, after this, for people that don't like live streams, I made another video that will go up tonight about 8:30 for people that just want to see the builds. And then I have a short for those people that don't like long form or lives. This way they can see the builds over there too. So it's a whole process of what I go through, finding the music, cutting it up, making sure all the pictures are the same size. It's just, everybody that does videos knows the process of editing. It takes a little bit. Plus, when I get the pictures, I got to make them a background with 1280 by 720, and then put everybody's picture onto that, and that takes up time. So it takes me a couple days to do things, because my eyes go bonkers just sitting at the computer doing all that stuff. Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, that would be cool. That would definitely be cool. Oh, I would love to do that Harry Potter diorama shoe. That would be a fun one. Next up is the Christmas build. If you guys don't know, we do have a Christmas build. It's I don't know if I have it on the website. I don't think I have it on HLI 3D Effects, because last year I think it was just me. I think it was just me, Shu, and Bob last year that did something. I don't even remember. Let me go down to where's teaching screen? Let me jump on the teaching screen. It's always fun, Halloween. I always love the Halloween builds. I'm on HLI 3D Effects right now. If you guys don't know, we do have our own website right now, because I am injured. I really can't do much, so Paul's going to be doing a lot of the printing, putting stuff up on the site. I don't know why that says far. I got to change that. But everything that says pre-order is pretty much print on demand. And then we have stuff that doesn't say pre-order that we have on hand that we can ship out right away. So if you scroll through, this is all the people that we do. Their builds for, I'm trying to think, no. But if you scroll to the bottom of HLI3DEffects.com, the new rules are down here. They're also on our community. And I don't know where they are on the community. If you're not part of the community, it's community.hobbylinkinternational.com. Let's go over to group builds, annual group builds, subcategories, annual Secret Santa group build. I could have sworn we had, no, maybe not. We just have the Secret Santa group build. Oh no, there it is. HLI annual Christmas group build. So you can jump in on this. Bob already completed his Frosty, but this is what his Frosty looks like. And I will be doing something, and Shu will be doing something. So if you want to jump in on that, I'll grab the link right here. We'll have a quick live stream on that. And let me get you off the back end of YouTube. You don't need to see the back end. What's going on, Archer? Let's see who's here anyhow. Archer, Bob, Chris, Gadgetron, Ken, Mark, Omar, Phil, Ruben, Shu, and Spence. Thank you guys, and whoever's not in the participants there, thank you for coming and checking out the show tonight. We're gonna the Bobbins missed the stream, I think. Space Loot is gone. You know, it's pretty funny that you bring up Space Loot. I usually have a Halloween. All the stuff that's around me is software, so the stream looks cool. And I actually had a Halloween one, and it disappeared. I usually do a Halloween one, and I don't know where it went. I didn't feel like spending the money on a new one. But looking through the my stream setups, I have the very old one that I built myself for Sci-Fi Fantasy. I might have to pop it up on here one night and do that. Space Loot. No, we haven't done that in a while. I haven't done giveaways or anything like that. I'm just not on enough. And I think Spence beat me to the Christmas build. So if you're interested in the Christmas build, I don't think I have that on the group builds. I think group builds are blank. I don't have anything up. No, group builds are blank. I don't have anything up on the group builds there. So we've definitely got rid of tons of our group builds because not a lot of people were building. Halloween one, people build for. Don't forget, we have our Star Trek one. So you have a year to build for that. And then come in 26 is Star Trek. 27 is going to be the 50th anniversary of Star Wars, so we're going to have a Star Wars anniversary group build. So we got those two. I don't get to watch these live streams often, usually too late. I know, I get you. I think you're what, 6 hours ahead of me. So right now, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. You're over in the UK too. Yeah, I know it sucks. I'm kind of like in the middle. I try to go 7 o'clock, which sucks for across the pond, but it's good for my side and out to California because it's a little tough for them too because right now it's 7:33 here, so it's only 4:33. So a lot of people are still working on Friday night on Halloween. They still have daylight. It's pitch black here, and don't forget, this Sunday the clocks go back, so you get an extra hour of sleep, and then it messes up the whole week because the days are going to drag. The days are going to drag. Good, I've got some Star Wars kits. Yeah, that'll be announced next year, sometime in 26. The start date. When was Star Wars? June or July? 77 it came out? I don't remember the exact month. I just remember 77. When did... I know you guys are going to beat me to it. May. So, May 25th. May 25th, the... actually, maybe we'll start at May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. You'll start that group build May the 4th. And then you'll have till May 22nd of 27 to do your build. Because I'm sure some people are going to build some big stuff. Yes, May 77. I was a 5-year-old kid. Your clock's changed already? Nah, ours haven't. Our clocks fall back on Sunday. Sunday's a mess here because we got the New York City Marathon, and it just binds up traffic and all that other good stuff. But good for those people that like to run. My buddy's done it like 3 times, and there's no way I could do it. My other buddy did it with him and did the Berlin Marathon, so it's crazy. But another good year of Halloween builds. Don't forget, you guys are going to get coins. I'm going to find out the exact price so I can order them. Usually, I think last year it took 2 to 3 weeks for them to get to me, and then I got to mail them out to you. So it'll be a few weeks, but you will get your coin. Let me see. For those that have not received the coin, and this will be your first coin, we did them last year. I'll show you last year's if we can. I don't know if you can see. Come on, focus. Focus. It's not going to focus. It is not going to focus on that. But they're nice coins. They're pretty heavy. Last year we did pumpkins on the front. This year and forward it'll be the Boyd Crompton. Here, I'll jump over to that. It's going to be Boyd's caricature of him as the Count. So we'll have that on the front. The front is going to say the Boyd Crompton Memorial Halloween Group Build, except this year and following years it'll say the year. This year it'll say 25 on the front. And on the back you're going to have, instead of 2024, the inaugural one, you're going to have the date that Boyd unfortunately passed away. That'll always be on the back. So we're always going to honor Boyd every year with the Halloween group build. Hopefully we can see a lot more builds. Yo, Elliot. What's going on? What is going on? Yes, happy Halloween. Well, Halloween's done. Now it's All Saints Day or All Souls Day across the way because we didn't reach that point yet. We didn't reach that. The Count was always fun to watch. He was always fun to watch. One year I'll be a goofball and I will get dressed up on here, and that's once this garage is done. This place is so dusty and dirty. But I'm definitely doing Donald Kruger. He'll be up next. I'm going to start working on him tomorrow when the new group build starts. So he won't take long. I really want to get on the Snow White with the zombie dwarfs. I don't know if I have I don't think I have a picture of that. I don't think I have a picture of that, but I will find it online somewhere. White and zombie dwarfs. I gotta order paint though. I gotta get more paint because I found out I like there we go. Let's go over here. Oh, it's on Etsy. Somebody's selling his print on Etsy, but I'll go over there anyhow. I hate Etsy. Can't stand Etsy. Where's the teaching screen? Where's the stupid teaching screen? There it is. This is the other one I'm going to do for this Halloween coming. Snow White with her big axe, a bloody river underneath her feet, controlling 2 zombie dwarfs. So that'll be the next one. That'll be the next one that I'm going to do. That's what she looks like. His print wasn't the greatest, man. Look at those layer lines. Yikes. Yikes. Oh my goodness gracious. What did he do to this thing? What did he do to this thing? Don't see, this is why you don't buy from Etsy. I don't know what he did to the base. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like he's missing. Looks like he's missing stuff off the base, possibly. But yeah, that's one that I am going to be doing. Kenny, I've got some resin casted Voyager emblems made up and painted. I might mail them. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, Pokemon. There's a lot of Pokemon out there. There are a lot of Pokemon out there. But that base that you were just seeing on there, this is the actual base. I have it right here with me. And it looked like he was missing some of these jagged things, rocks or whatever, poking out of the ground. It's got a whole bunch of mushrooms on it. There is a few intricate parts, and I'm glad it happened on the back that they broke off, so I'm not too worried about that. But I got to sand this down. Of course, he's got his big logo on the bottom, but that'll get covered up with a piece of wood. And there's dog hair all over it. So this is the base. It's a nice size base. I think she's only 1/6 scale, but she's pretty big. And I'll be doing her slowly, and I'll be asking for paints for Christmas. Yeah, there's a lot of cool Pokemon stuff out there. Like my son, he loves Charizard and stuff like. Even though he's 21, he still loves Pokemon stuff. He still plays. What's the Pokemon game on the phone? We used to play it together down in Florida, me and him. And I think he still plays that, where you just walk in the streets and you have to capture the Pokemon that are on the streets. It's a fun game. It's definitely would stream. No, maybe I'll stream because I can do that. Maybe I'll stream Donald Kruger. I'll stream that one, building that, and then I could cut that up into regular videos, voice over that, and put that up as a video. It's actually light because this sucker's hollowed out. If I made this thing solid, oh my god, it would be heavy. This is actually hollowed out at 2mm. That's what I do mine at, 2mm, so it's kind of light. Some people do theirs at 5 to give the bases a little more heft, but this one's hollowed, so it's still decently heavy. It's not going to go anywhere, but it's not that heavy. Man, imagine doing this in solid. Oh my god, all the resin it would take. I mean, the max. I did this one on the max. So okay, this way you know this was done. Whoop, pull it back. This is on 7K. So the 7K is still as nice as the other ones as long as your settings are right and you set this thing up right. I only had one little failure where there's layers that are peeling here, which is no big deal because all I'm going to do is take railroad ballast on this because there's like little rocks on here chipping off. So I'm just going to take some white glue, drop some railroad ballast on here, and it'll match that. So I'm not worried about that. That's fine. Plus it's towards the back. That's where I keep all my supports. Like you can't see it, but all my support marks are across the back here, tilted up, and make sure everything's, towards the back. Anything I do with lettering or anything on the face, I always make sure the face is up this way because Cheeto Box, when you use their auto orientation, for some reason, likes to put things this way. It loves to put things where detail's going to get messed up, and I just flip it around and do that. Off to the side, you can't see it, but off to the side here, I have a bunch of little Frosty the Snowman things going on. So It's all. Does anyone fill those with plaster or something cheap? I was actually thinking. I was thinking about that, Spence, the plaster, but I'm scared. Plaster of Paris, the heat. I don't know if it'll warp the base or not. I should make a test base and see what happens. But I do watch this one girl. I think she's from Brazil or maybe Portugal or something like that. I watch her. I throw on the English subtitles, and she uses the spray foam. She uses spray foam, puts the spray foam in there, and then sands down the bottom once it's dry. But I haven't put anything inside. I was actually thinking about putting sand in them, and then because I usually cut a wood base to cover up the bottom, and then I put felt on there. This way nothing gets scratched up. I was thinking about putting sand in there to make them a little heavier, because the Darth Talon one, she's very light. She can knock over very easily. So I do have to do something with the bases. As long as they're in a cabinet, I'm not too worried about it. But all my crap is all over the place until I get this thing done. So for the first time I tried hollowing out the resin model, I did it. It really is, yeah, it's a lot of resin savings, and it definitely makes them not a lot lighter. Didn't you do that one once, Augie? Which one? I thought Etsy was going to crack down on people saying they didn't sculpt design them. You know how Etsy's so bad, Ken. They sell so many pirated files for $3. As soon as I see somebody selling something for $3 or selling something like this one, I actually ended up becoming friends with the artist, and I point out things to him. If I know the artists, even if I don't know them, like CA3D and stuff like that, I'll send them a link to where they're being pirated to see if they can do something. I forgot which one I talked to. It might have been Crouton Figures. I pointed out something. He said it's such a hard battle. A lot of the sites like Etsy won't take it down for some reason. And once they do take it down or ban that account, the guy comes right back with another account. So that's why I always push, support the artists. Pay them so they can keep coming out with the good stuff. That's why any of the things that we sell on HLI 3D Effects, we belong to all their Patreons, their merchant tier. This way we can sell the 3D printed model kit. We don't sell the STLs unless it's our STL, and we've ran through where we feel that nobody's going to buy the model anymore. So then we'll put up the STL for sale for those people that do 3D print and they want to buy the STL. At that point, we know it's going to be pirated at some point and put out there. But as long as we make a little bit of profit where I can buy more resin and print more stuff when I can, we're good to go. Yes, Augie has used foam for creating the explosion. I think a fast drying casting would work for interior base. Definitely have to get one with the lowest amount of expansion to not crack the. Yeah, that's what I'm scared of. The base, it would expand and that heat would definitely crack it. I think just tossing some of the foam in there, I'm not even really too worried about it. Like I said, I'm gonna have cabinets in here eventually, so to keep like Darth Talon, she's a dusty mess. That's the bad thing about the garage, and the doors have all the air seeping in here. I get dust everywhere. One day I won't have that dust, which will be nice. Yeah, it's I guess it would really be a testing game to see what you could put in it. And then I would think each base is different sizes, different shapes. So you might not be able to use one thing inside it compared to another. Probably sand would be the best way to go, and you wouldn't even have to fill it up all the way. You might get a maraca out of it when you shake it, but that's not so bad. You get a little music out of your base. But putting sand in there, it's dry. It'll weight it down, and you don't have to worry about that expansion or contraction or cracking the base or anything like that. Anybody that does 3D print, I use any cubic resin so far. But if you've been watching my videos, Fun Creek Coal, this isn't sponsoring me right now or anything. We did do a couple videos where they sponsored the video. Fun Creek Coal water washable resin. If you use that type of resin, their water washable resin is nice. I put it in a bucket of warm water. All the extra resin came off really nice. I put it through the wash and cure with the my simple green and water mixture. I could have stopped there, but then I did another water rinse. You have to, because you want to get all the soap off. If it wasn't soapy, I could have stopped right after that rinse and it would have been great. The detail's great. It prints really nice. They gave me settings to use that they recommended. I always try my own settings, what's on the machine, before I try theirs, and everything, didn't have a single failure using my settings. What I did come across though recently is when the cold temperatures were here, I have to bump these machines up on the bottom layers, the ones that get stuck to the plate. I have to bump those up as high as 80 when it's that cold out here. And I completely forgot, and I've been printing stuff, and I'm wondering why I have to use a jackhammer to get them off. So I just lowered them back down to, I think it was 30, so they don't stick so hard. But remember, weather's gonna play a role in your 3D printing. When January, February comes, I got to bump all these machines back up to 80 on the bottom layers. This way they stick. If I'm at 30, they just peel right off and it falls and becomes a big blob. So there's a lot of science to the 3D printing. You should go first bottle. Looking forward to giving it a try. Oh, cool, Shu. Yeah, it's really good resin. I use their other gray resin and their wax-like resin. Well, wax colored, the red resin. That came out nice, but I'm not a fan of that one. I like their gray resin, their basic gray resin, pretty much. I felt it was a little more detailed for some reason. I don't know how resins work like that, but the Fun Creek Hole's basic gray one, I'm assuming that's what it was. I forgot the number on it, but I think it's comparable to the Anycubic, but the detail on it, same printing parameters, same settings, all that other stuff. I felt like that resin was crisper than the Anycubic. Anycubic is nice. I use their basic. You get really good detail out of it, but that basic Fun Creek Hole one, I just really felt it's a little bit sharper than the Anycubic one. How the science works on that, I have no idea. Yeah, I have on my Macs. I added a heater, one of the heaters in there, so it's always running. When I have resin just sitting in here, I have the heater running and I keep it on 30 degrees Celsius all the time in all of them. What's the name of the company for this water? It's Fun Creek Hole. FUNCRECOL. Hold on one second, since I'm promoting them and they don't even know it now. I'm going to have to tell them to watch the video that I'm promoting their products. Oh, my back. My back is shot. Okay. That's what happens when you get old. Okay. So there's two other things from Fun Creek Hole. If you guys haven't tried it, this is the Fun Creek Hole UV light curing putty. Now this stuff is exactly what I said it is. It's a putty. It's nice to fill in gaps and stuff like that. This cures ultra hard. So be prepared for sanding, but it's really nice on gaps. The second one I got, and this one cures hard too, and I like this better. I like this better for gaps. I know a few people commented on my videos that they just use resin. I do the same thing, brush resin in there, but brushing resin in there isn't going to take care of a lot of the gaps. This is another Fun Creek Hole. I don't know if you can see the words. This is their other UV putty, but this one is, I don't want to push it out, but this one is like a toothpaste consistency. So it's a little easier to work with, getting it in those gaps and the fine areas and stuff like that. So both of these UV putties are very nice. Not just this, I bought to test on my own. This one I bought too. This is how Fun Creek Hole and I ended up hooking up. They saw my video on the Fun Creek Hole putty, and they asked me if I wanted to try out their resins. I'm actually going to talk to them and see if we could do something for Christmas. Maybe give away some of the Fun Creek Hole putties, or have a special code for you guys. This way you could get a discount on stuff like this. Maybe we'll get a HLI 3D effects code. This way you guys can, take like 10-15% off or whatever it may be. But these two putties, I'll always keep these on hand. Like I said, this one really cures really, really hard. So you're going to spend a little time, but to me, it's worth it. It's better than Bondo. I still have my uses for Bondo, but I really, really like both of their putties. So if you're interested, check those out. Yeah, they're really good, guys. Especially this one I just tried. This I like. All right, I'm going to tell you why I like this. This one is good too for the same thing, but I like the toothpaste consistency one a little more for things like, I don't know if you can, oh, there it is. The little drain hole on Frosty's hand. You know, you be careful too squeezing this out, because if you squeeze it, it's like a plunger. I got to talk to them and see if they could put this toothpaste stuff in a black can like this. I think it would be better, because then I could take out a little. Sometimes you push that plunger and it comes out too much, but it fills in the hole nicely. This isn't cured, so I got to wash my hands afterwards. Fills in, smooth it out, and you would never even know a hole is there. I mean, it's cured because it went through the curing process, but that's that. So they're both good putties, both have their uses. And if you sand them and you get them smooth, it's kind of like Bondo. If you have a big crack, you know, you're going to have to put some in, sand it down, fill in a little more, but the process is so much easier hitting with the UV light, and it hardens up right away, so you could get to sanding right away instead of waiting the 15-20 minutes or even longer with Bondo or other putties. You can do it really quick. So it's Funcrecol, Funcrecol. Check them out. They have their Amazon shop. If you are in the UK, they just opened up their Amazon shop, and I think this is the only product on there right now, but they will be putting more products on there. And yes, Funcrecol is good stuff. Water washable. I really enjoyed their water washable resin. Their detail on that came out really good too. What did we do? Oh, if you go back and watch my shorts, or actually the giveaway video of Rogue Savage Land, she was done almost completely in the Funcrecol water washable resin. She came out beautiful, really nice detail. I only did a couple things in the Anycubic resin. That's because, one, it didn't fit on the machines I was using for the Funcrecol, so I had to use my Max for some of the bigger parts, and that's why I went over. But almost the whole thing, you'll see the lighter gray is the Funcrecol water washable resin. Check out my shorts, you'll see me washing it up and everything. And the water, you know how like sometimes you'll rinse off like Anycubic in IPA, and it's still got that sticky and that shine to it, and then you got to do the second wash in the wash and cure, and then I do a third wash. With the water washable resin, I had my rubber gloves on, and I was just rubbing it in the water, warm water. I didn't use cold water, I used warm tap water. And once I took it out and let it dry, it was like, you know, not that you're going to see this, but don't drop it. But it ended up like this, you know, that nice clean finish. And that was even before letting it completely dry and putting it onto the curing machine. So that stuff really washes up nicely. But for the models that we want to sell, we use the stuff with the IPA and stuff, because I've heard bad things. I've never completely used water washable. That was the first time, but I've heard bad things about the water washable cracking a lot sooner than the ones that we clean in IPA. I don't know how true it is. I know I've had IPA ones crack on me because I didn't cure the inside well enough, or I didn't let it dry long enough. So I'm assuming it's the same thing, and people were just complaining because they didn't let it dry. Like these prints will sit for 2 to 3 days to make sure the inside is dry, and then I'll shove a little UV flashlight up there to get what I can and get those done. So we do a lot of post-processing before we put them up for sale. Has anyone tried the Rhino resin cleaner? I will not use the Rhino resin cleaner. I don't think it's worth it. I truly, they're making it seem like it's this magic potion, and I went on their site, and the goofiest part of their advertisement on the site is they have a slide bar to show you before Rhino resin and after Rhino resin. The before picture is a set of teeth that they took right off the print bed, and it's full of resin. Like they're saying, like they made it seem like something else cleaned it first and it was still full of resin, and then theirs was magically clean. Their pictures of how clean it is exactly the same cleanliness I get from Simple Green. Simple Green and water. You're gonna think I'm crazy. I'm not a 5-minute guy with the wash and cure. I literally put it on an hour and let it spin for an hour to make sure everything is off. Because I got not, I'm not rushing with anything. I let it wash for an hour, take it out, wash it off with water, and that's it. A lot of people like rushing through their prints, and that's not a good thing. Don't rush. There's no need to rush. I take it to a hazardous depot site we have close to us. I do the same thing with my alcohol. I actually have 2 bottles of alcohol on the floor over there that I got to bring to the hazardous waste. Does the water washable resin work good for molds too? That is not meant for molds. The resins that we use for 3D printing, that resin is not. Don't use 3D printing resin for molds. It is definitely not made. You'll never get that to solidify in the middle like on a printer. Because remember, on a printer, when it's printing, it's one layer. If you're going solid, the UV light is lighting that up. So the resins that they use for casting a model go with heat to cure the resin, and that's how that is cured. The UV light, heats up the resin, but it's totally different process. But yeah, I wouldn't even bother spending the money on that. It's funny because I seen that advertisement, and I'm waiting for them to answer me. I want to see the MSDS sheets on them. I'm trying to find the MSDS because I want to know what it's made out of. They haven't answered me yet. I've been searching. I can't find the sheets. You can find MSDS on the alcohol and all the pretty much other stuff we use. I want to know what they're putting into it, because if it's basically, because they're saying it's biodegradable. Simple Green is biodegradable. Simple Green doesn't smell. They're saying theirs doesn't smell. So I'm curious if their ingredients are the same as or close to what Simple Green or Mean Green or any of these cleaners are, and they're selling it at a high price. Let me grab this. This is a dog hair filled Simple Green container, 2.5 US gallons. Big boy, lasts me a while. That only cost me, I think it was 19 or 20 bucks at Home Depot. I use half of it in the wash and cure, half water, and then I have another half of it to use, and I got a little in here to keep filling when evaporation happens. So I want to know if they're basically the same. Their stuff is way more expensive than 2.5 gallons of Simple Green. I will stick with that before I go using anything else. And I thank Omar for the Simple Green and Uncle Jesse. If you guys watch Uncle Jesse, he used this stuff, and a lot of people use denatured alcohol. I'm not getting into the denatured alcohol. I think Simple Green does a great job. I just do, people are like, hey, you're overwashing it, or you have to wash it that long because Simple Green doesn't work. I've done it for a half an hour. It works. I am literally overkill on cleaning. And if you don't know my process, it's dirty IPA. Rinse everything off with dirty IPA to get that initial resin off of all the pieces. So once that's all done, they got popped into the wash and cure with the Simple Green to get the rest of it off, get the inside really clean. And my last thing is, the next step is wash it all off with water because you got to get the soap off of there. And then a final step of clean IPA. And it's just a rinse in the clean IPA, maybe 10, 15 seconds, swish it around, because that also helps, because IPA helps evaporate water. That also helps evaporate any water that's left on the inside of the pieces. So I go through a 3-step process. I am really, really nuts about my cleaning. I like things clean. Yeah, see, you do yours about 30 minutes. I just toss it on. I'm doing a video. I'm doing something else. So, I'm always doing something. But, guys, I got to get out of this chair because the back is starting to hurt. Sitting here, I got to go around and stretch a bit because I'm not doing well these days. That's what happens when you get old. You get old, things get creaky. You can't put your pants on because the sciatic is kicking in and whatever else is kicking in. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining in on this Halloween build. The next one starts tomorrow. If you want to get in on it, we'll help spread the word about it. I will have those coins to you. I'm going to find out the price for them, and then we'll get those coins, and then I'll get everybody's address that was here in the group build, and I'll get those coins out to you so you have something to remember this group build by. You can put it by your model, keep it wherever you keep your awards or anything like that. So again, everybody, happy Halloween. Of course, in memory of our friend Boyd. He would have enjoyed all your builds, and he would have definitely had a build in because he jumped in these group builds too. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of the night. Hopefully not too many more trick-or-treaters come to your door, and I will see you all soon. Have a great night, everybody. Take care, And bye-bye, everybody. I always have trouble finding the stream ending button. Take care, everybody. Thanks again for coming.